Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Brandi Moore and welcome back to my channel, or welcome here if you're new. You've landed on today's rendition of Health Talk Tuesday, which is a segment where I answer your pressing health questions. Disclaimer, this is not meant to diagnose or treat any illness and is meant for educational purposes only. I do have you guys submit any questions that you have down in the comments below, or you can submit them over on my Instagram. I add them to this here bowl and I pull out one question at a time and I answer them. So let's go ahead and get started. What does it mean to have a green period? So I'm gonna translate that, say green/clean period. Period's obviously something we have every single month, and there are a lot of things involved in a female period. If I have any guys watching and you want to know what goes on, then here you are. If not, you can fast forward to the next question. But when it comes to your period, in the land of being green, tampons and pads sit in landfills. And so in that sense, it's not green, your normal everyday period. In the sense of being clean, it's referring to a low toxic or low toxin / no toxin period. So if you didn't know, in normal feminine care products like tampons and pads, there are things like bleach that are added to them in order to make them white. And so when you insert those items into your body, or if you're wearing a pad, obviously that's not in your body, but it is in close contact with your skin, you are able to absorb any of the residual chemicals that are present. So a lot of women these days are opting for cleaner period options, like a menstrual cup. Thinx underwear is another one. Reusable pads to not only have a greener solution where we're creating less waste, again just going to sit in the landfill, but also a cleaner period in the sense of low toxins. I have used a lot of those things that I mentioned, and I would say maybe like 5 years ago got into using menstrual cups, found that it was very helpful, a very clean way to have a period, in the sense, very easy to use. There is a slight learning curve in the beginning, but once you get that, it's good to go. And cheaper, to be honest. A menstrual cup, the Diva cup is one that people have typically heard about, runs about $30 for one. That one lasts you. There are ways of like disinfecting it and cleaning it in between uses, but a box of tampons can run anywhere between $6 to $10 depending on the brand that you're getting. So just after 3 months, you've basically it's paid for itself, and it lasts much longer than that. So the cleaner period, low toxin / no toxin, and the greener period is something that is better for our environment. If you want more information on any of those things, please let me know in the comments below, and I would love to chat about it. What are your favorite natural sweeteners? So I do have a sweet tooth. It's something that I have to consciously work on, and then something that I counsel my patients through all the time. And when it comes to sweeteners, I have 4 natural favorites. So obviously fruit is a favorite. If I'm sweetening things like smoothies or even desserts, I will take a ripe / overripe banana and use that to add some extra sweetness in there. I love dates, so I guess there's 5 things, but that technically I guess counts as a fruit. So dates are a great sweetener in oatmeal or grinding it up again in a smoothie. So those 2, and then I also like maple syrup and honey and stevia. So I have quite a few natural sweeteners that I like. You have to be careful with sweeteners in general. Obviously it's something that spikes your blood sugar and has a whole cascade after that. If you want me to get into that in another video, I can. But overall, if I'm gonna go more natural, minimally processed sweeteners, I will go that route. Okay, question number 3. Today's going really quick, so maybe I'll add a 4th question. We'll see what happens. What is the importance of having a daily bowel movement, or why is it important to have a daily bowel movement? So bowel movements are something that are a little bit taboo in our society, and I feel like we just don't talk about as much as we should. Growing up, I know myself and other people that I know suffered from constipation, but it wasn't something that you talked about. It wasn't even something that you really dealt with. It just was, this is who you are and how your body works compared to other people. It is really important to have a bowel movement every day, or to be regular. And the reason why is the bowel movement is the way that we get rid of excess toxins or excess waste products that are in our body. If you're not having a bowel movement, you're not getting rid of those products, and you are instead recirculating them. What will then happen when you have toxins that are being recirculated or an overabundance of toxins, your body will prevent causing you toxic overload, and it will store those in fat. So a lot of times, some of my patients that are dealing with like excess fat and they can't seem to get rid of it no matter how much they diet or work out, a lot of times it can be related to toxic overload. And when we start to decrease the amount of toxins that they are absorbing through their personal care products or their food, and we start to optimize their elimination, we start to see that fat go down. The reason why that can become an issue, if I didn't explain it, which I don't think I did, is because when that fat is holding that toxin, it will release it, and then obviously your body doesn't want to poison itself, right? It is not going to want to release these toxins with them having nowhere to go. So it waits until you kind of have optimized digestion, you're actually having a bowel movement every day to release that. So by decreasing how much toxins we're bringing in and increasing how well we are eliminating them, your body will naturally start to lose that fat that was gained to store those toxins. Hope that makes sense. And okay, we're gonna do one more question. Yeah, some more questions here in the bucket. Okay, bonus questions, since today is a little bit shorter of a video. Let's see what we got. Ooh, having a hard time with the paper here. Okay, bonus question number 4. What supplements do you feel everyone should take? I don't often say that there's a one-size-fits-all in medicine because I truly believe that there's not. Even if you're on the same medication, oftentimes there's dosage differences or ingredient differences where some people feel great on one thing and not so great on another. So I do like to individualize my treatment when it comes to patients. However, if we were just going to make a blanket statement here, things that everyone could benefit from. Vitamin D, because I will say 99.9% of my patients that I test vitamin D is always low. So people could really benefit from vitamin D. Omega-3s, it's great for joint health, it's great for heart health, it's great for things like cholesterol, brain health. So omega-3 is kind of a general everyone could do with. And a multivitamin, I'd probably say that's my third one, because a lot nowadays, especially if you're eating conventionally processed foods, you're eating that standard American diet, it is lacking in a lot of those vital nutrients that we need. And oftentimes some of those nutrients like folate and B12 are in their non-methylated forms. And so if we're having any issues with methylation, aka activation of those vitamins so that we can use them, getting that in a supplement can really be beneficial. So I would say top 3 supplements that I think everyone could take: vitamin D, omega-3, and multivitamin. Oh, I'm gonna add one more, probiotic. So those 4, and you can be getting your probiotic in your food. So things like kimchi, kefir, yogurt, what else is there? Kombucha, those things. Those all contain healthy gut bacteria, so probiotics. So I'm gonna amend my first thing. So number 1, vitamin D, omega-3, multivitamin, and probiotic. Those would be my top 4 that I think everyone should take. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me for this week's episode of Health Talk Tuesday. I'm Dr. Brandi Moore, and please like the video if you liked it. Comment down below your pressing health questions so I can answer them in the upcoming weeks. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys next week.